Welcome to the Valley, folks. Just wanted to come on today and show you a couple of things that happened here in the Valley today. The first one being I put in a maintenance track spur off of the main spur that goes to Zarnco Welding and Schuin Manufacturing. What I'm going to have here is I plan to have a rail maintenance yard for locomotives. And the interesting thing about this spur that I did is I was talking to other guys and found out that if you pull the rail joiners on your power side, if you pull your rail joiners off, it makes it a dead track. So most everybody knows that with DC track, once the transformer's turned on and you've got juice rolling, it will power any vehicle that's on the track. So if I had a train running here on the main line right now and I wanted this guy to sit here, couldn't do it if it was powered because he would move as well. So that's why I pulled the rail joiners off of, not only did I pull the rail joiner off of here at this junction, I pulled the rail joiner off here too. So this is a whole dead piece. Once you come off of the curve right about here, it's dead all the way back, no power. But once you reach here and throw a rail up on there, then you would take off due to the power. All right, number two is I got in the mail today a Santa Fe livery in the war bonnet paint color GP40. Really like it. I like the GP40s. This is the older one compared to the regular Santa Fe blue over yellow GP40 that I have. And the cool thing is if I reach into my storage container here and I pull out the old F unit and pan over, same setup. She's got the war bonnet paint scheme on her. So the paint schemes are a little bit different from the GP40 to the F7, but pretty much the same. Now, I wanted to go in and talk about the GP40 for a second here. Was purchased off of eBay. Yardmaster Renzen scooped this one up for me. Came in today, didn't know which one it was, opened it up, saw that it was the war bonnet GP40, was very happy. Had a horn on the roof, had two couplers, brought it up here, threw it on the track, put voltage to it, and it was most god-awful gear crunching sound you could ever have. It made maybe 1.5 laps and it died on the track. It's locked up. I will actually show you what's going on. I'm going to put some voltage to the track and then we'll go over here to the re-railer. There, we're on track. So let's throw some voltage into her. And really no engine sounds, but the light comes on. So it's a power issue. And like I was saying earlier, these trains pick up power from the wheels. So I'm going to have to clean it. But I don't feel comfortable. Basically what I did is I went in and if you put a flat screwdriver up under that lip and up under that lip and put a little outward pressure on it, this is just a plastic shell that lifts off, and then there's the body underneath it. There's a motor right about here, so I was able to get in with a plastic soft pick and a Q-tip with alcohol, and I was able to clean the windings and reach in there and scrape out any crud. I did go down here to the trucks. There was a little tiny bit of grease in there that I put in. But as soon as, like a dab. But as soon as I put the grease on and I threw it back on the track, no more run. So I'm thinking the drives are completely seized, and gonna have to have somebody that knows how to take it apart and put it back together, get into it and clean her. I suppose what I could do is take her to Hub Hobby up in Richfield and have them take a look at it, or if there's anybody local to the South Metro area in Minnesota, maybe they'd be able to take care of it. But for now, she's just gonna sit on the maintenance track and look pretty. I really do like that War Bonnet paint scheme that she has. I did want to say one thing though. If you go on eBay, be very careful about that guy, because I'm not the only one he's done this to. He's done this to probably 5 or 6 other people, and not only has he done this with N-scale stuff, he's also done it with HO stuff. And just buyer beware. If you're not buying brand new, if you're buying used, buyer beware. You know, you get what you pay for. And there are some other people out there that are just out to make a buck on whatever they can. But enough of that. Let's go on to item number 3, which is with these turnouts. So some of you watching might know more than me. My question is, so right there is a mechanical switch, and every time you throw the switch, the rails move, okay? Now the question is, they also wired these from the factory to hook up into your controller. But my controller's not set up for that. And I just want to go off the manual throw switch. My question is, if I were to cut this back here with a pair of side snips, if I were to cut this off, would that affect the power running through the rails? Or is this just affecting the switching from the main transformer? I would like to do that because my sub base is a piece of cement board, Durock, and in order to get through that to hide wires, I would have to break out a masonry bit, and I really don't feel like doing that. So if anybody has a solution for that or other options, please leave a comment below. And I can private message you and talk to you about that, because I just don't, you know, granted, the lead wire to the transformer. Once I get the main line in, that's not going to be much of a problem because it'll be feeding from either this curved re-railer over here, or I could put the curved re-railer over there and tuck the wire. So that's not going to be too much of an issue. So there's that. All right, so item number 3. Item number 3, sorry, had to think of that for a second. Item number 3 is this space right here. This space was originally designated for Furnace Valley Drive-In. I don't want to do scenery build kits. They just take too much, and I have fine motor skill issues. What I want to do is I want to get something pre-built, and they really don't do pre-built drive-ins. What I wanted to do is, because I have the industry of Zarnco Welding and Schuin Manufacturing, this site is going to be the home of Furnace Valley Iron Works. I plan to have a blast furnace and steel mill in the corner there. And if it needs to, it can wrap around the back there to a point. I don't want to get it too close to Hidden Hills, but it could, right where that chicane is, it could start and go left into the corner and then even come out here, depending on how big I want that. And then this track here, not only being the main line, will then also service Furnace Valley steel mill. The two mills that I had originally thought of modeling was either Bethlehem Steel out in Pennsylvania or Sloss Furnace. I really like the look of Sloss, and I like the fact that it's reportedly haunted. Sloss Furnace is a little bit smaller than Bethlehem Steel. Bethlehem Steel is a bigger operation, but I think starting off small and at least finding a good looking blast furnace to go there. I did see on eBay they have I think it was built, I think it's offered by Walthers. It's a 2D kind of wall leaner. So it's not a building. It's like a piece of board, but it's 3D foam. So it sticks out and it's got LEDs on it, and it's in the shape of a blast furnace. And that would just be backdrop on the wall. And then I could have a couple of buildings coming out over here. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is to just find a pre-built blast furnace kit and have that out there. And then I would need to get a couple of cars to go with that. So that is my plan. Now my plan over here with Hidden Hills is just that. Going to be a housing development. Most of you know the movie Back to the Future. That is an homage to where he lived. And I am going to have houses in there. I just got to figure out how I'm going to put it in there and the spacing and the road. But I'm also going to have a hidden gem in there. And by what I mean hidden gem is, if you've seen the movie, you know what kind of car Doc used. Well, that kind of car is going to be in there somewhere. So a little Easter egg for everybody to look forward to when this gets built out. Okay. Last item of business tonight is I just wanted to show you guys my organization area, where I'm going to be keeping extra parts and where I'm going to be keeping my rolling stock and locomotives when they're not on the track. And that is this old 2-drawer rolling filing cabinet. Now, the cool thing is I've got this magnetic file folder holder in there, but it's kind of dark in there, but I've got some tools in there, basic pliers and a set of scissors and whatnot. I'll be putting some track tools in there. Top drawer, I have split on the left-hand side my locos. We've got the F unit, we've got the GP40 and the 060 steamer. And then we've got just the rolling stock that's there. The front of the cabinet, I've got boxes that things have come in, some extra cable for running sighting switches, and then some operator's manuals. And then the bottom drawer, I'm keeping just track stuff that's not in use right now. So I've got, those are the lit track bumpers that I got that were, thought they were N scale, but actually ended up being HO scale. I'm just gonna hold on to those. Someone might need them, or at some point in time, I might be acquiring HO and I can use those. Got another cable to help with the remote sighting switchers. And then I've got some extra curve track. I was gonna put that all in, but having that all in on the oval kind of blew out my plans that I wanted to do. So, because this is not gonna be the main track. This is the inside track in how to get to the businesses. I'm actually gonna have a main line right here. It's going to be a bigger oval, and that's how you're going to be able to access Furnace Valley Steelworks. And then once you come around the front here, I will have an additional siding. I don't know if I'm going to have that whole siding powered or not. I might as well, but that is my thoughts. If you guys have any questions or comments or ideas, or just, see something that I need help on, go ahead and drop it in the comments. So that is pretty much all I had for today. Next time we come back on, I'll have something done, or it'll be an update on the future of the GP40 war bonnet. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I put the time and effort into getting it running? Or should I make it unpowered so I can couple it behind the other GP40 and do a 2-engine pull? Let me know in the comments. Fix it up or use it as a dummy engine. All right, folks. Well, thanks for coming to the Valley tonight. Have a great night. As always, stay safe, and we'll see you in the Valley on your next stop.